Hi everyone, it's me Cheryl. I hope you're all alright. Just an update on a few things. Where shall I start? I don't know where to start. Okay, I'll start with finished items and I'll start with something small. And that is, I don't know if you remember this guy from a few weeks ago. He's called Maxwell. Well, I named him Maxwell. And I made a vest for him. He's going to go back to the place where I do knit and natter. So, what was I going to say about this? Oh yeah, I thought I would have had enough of this colour yarn, but I ran out. Well no, I didn't run out. I knew I didn't have enough for the back as well, that was it. So I did it in black. So yeah, it's exactly the same both sides, so it doesn't matter which way around it is. So I thought it was quite cool. And I was also going to knit this in 2 pieces and sew it on the top there, but I saw something on, I think it was Amy's video, Amy Green Feather 7, Amy's Woolly World of Creations, I'm pretty sure that's right, and it was one of her most recent videos, either 2 or 3 back, and she just held something up and it was clearly in one piece with a hole in the middle, and I thought, oh, I should do that really. And that was it, and there was no pattern, I just did my own, apart from that bit which was a tip from Amy that she was totally unaware of. It's just made up, it's just a rectangle. That was that, so cool about that. I'm still plodding on with a baby blanket. I'm sure it's shrinking. It feels like it's shrinking, I'm adding to it and it feels like it's shrinking. I've just done a row of white there. And I'm on the pink next. Am I on the pink next? Yeah, I'm on the pink next. Maybe 2 rounds, I don't know. It really does feel like it's shrinking. But anyway, regardless, I can't end. I don't feel I can end like there. On the chain bit, I feel I can end more like where I'm on them bits. So I'll have to figure that out. But I just want it over and done with quickly because like the baby's already here. And although I've been working on it for months, I don't want it to seem like it's like a last minute thought, because it certainly isn't. It's just not quick. But I wonder if it's because it's 4-ply yarn, the baby yarn. That's probably why it didn't grow as quick as the yellow blanket that I made a few months ago. That seemed to grow really quickly, and that was DK weight, so that could be it, yeah. I'm just going to be mindful that when I'm working in very thin yarns, things take a bit longer. Alrighty, what else? I finished a jumper recently, so I'll show you both of them together, my nephew's jumpers. They're my twin nephews, and one is smaller than the other one in height. So here's the smaller jumper. Some of you may have seen that before. It's been a whole learning process, this, because I did a red prototype before I did any of these, and I learned a lot from that, used the skills there and also made changes where I wasn't happy with, so that's that done. Really happy with that. And then I did his brother's jumper, who was a bit taller, so it's a bit bigger. There. So again, where felt I needed to improve from the green one, I put them on there, but there's still a bit of an area where I just feel I need improvement. I'm just gonna do myself a little sample on some knitting needles and just play with that. See if I can improve any more, or see if I should have been doing something that I didn't do. That's basically it. But anyway, they're ready, so I'm going to put them into soak. And when I say soak, I actually mean soak. And then when they're dry, I'll send them off. I got some sachets of soak. I think it came with, was it 5? Because I've used one already, which was called Fig. It wasn't unpleasant, it just didn't appeal, that's all. But hey ho, this one is scentless, so I nearly said senseless. That one's scentless, so very much that's not too much, but This one's called Celebration. This one's called Lacy. And this one's called Yuzu. So I thought, if I get the sample sausages, I thought if I get the sample sachets, I can find one that I really, really like, and then I'll buy the bottle. They look like lemonade bottles, you know, like 1 and 2, no, not 1, 500 millilitres and a 2 litre or a litre. There's just the shape of them remind me of lemonade. Excuse me, I'm going to put that camera up a bit. I think that's a bit better. I made some progress on this little shawl, cherry pie, whatever it's called. I think it's called cherry pie. So I've just added a few more rows onto the lacy bit at the bottom. So that's good. I think I've got 5 more to go. It's working out really well. Although I did a boo-boo earlier, but I managed to rectify it. It was just on the end as well. And I didn't notice it when it happened, of course. You wouldn't notice it when it happened. But on the way back, it's like, how am I going to work into that? And then you realise, I've gone wrong. So you have to frog it back. Whereas sometimes with knitting, you can actually drop the stitch down and work it back up again, whereas you can't with crochet, you have to pull the whole thing out. But yeah, this had to be pulled out. I couldn't fudge it or anything. Something else to start to make a quick project, but I think I'm going to add to it. And it's, I'll just show you it first. You like that? That's nice, isn't it? It's called Tie Thread Scarf. It's by Misty Rain. Misty Rain is a YouTube channel. It's a free pattern. And I think I'm going to add to it because it's rather thin, even though I used a worsted weight yarn like the pattern says. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate, because there's like 2 rows the same either side and 2 rows in the middle that's different. All I'm going to do is take out that chunk there and basically add it to the end there. So another 4 rows. Or maybe I'm just thinking loud. Yeah. Also, this was chain 241 stitches. Oh, that's rather long. And because the next row was a double crochet, I thought I'm going to do a foundation double crochet row. Then obviously I realised it wasn't going to be 241 stitches, and then I thought, actually I don't want 241, because when I put that around it, this is rather long anyway. You've seen how long that is. So I thought I would just knock off 100, and that seems to be about right, except because it says here at the end of row 1 239 stitches, but where it doesn't say is if you're doing it in the foundation, you actually have to make sure it's because you're working in even number of stitches because of the end stitch and then the crisscrosses, so it's always in pairs then. Well, it's not there's one at the end, one at the other end, so that's 2, and then the rest are in pairs, so it's an even number of stitches, isn't it? So when you do actually work into your, I'm waffling, you know, you work into the top of your chain stitch, so that in itself is a stitch, isn't it? So that's where the, like say if it was that pattern, it would be 240, it's 239 worked stitches after that. But I was like getting to the end of the crisscross and I was thinking, I'm 1 stitch short. Well yeah, because I did, 139, because I knocked off 100. So I thought it needs to be 140. Pulled it out. Luckily it didn't take too long to rectify. But yeah, just be mindful of that. If you're doing the foundation stitch, which basically incorporates the chain and the first row, right, just be mindful that you need to do 1 extra stitch. So say for example, if you were following his pattern, it says chain 241, and you ended up with 239 stitches, including the chain, it's 240, yeah? So you would do 240, or if like me you knocked off 100, it's 140. Yeah, just be mindful of that. But otherwise it works fine, and it's a good pattern. It's very, very nice. So I think I'm just going to add to that, make it a little bit wider, following the same couple of patterns, and it'll be fine. And yeah, Barry, our Barry, yeah, he's just called Barry Gibson on there, isn't he? He doesn't have any numbers, does he? Barry Gibson. He's got a yarn swift for his birthday, and a lovely wooden one. I hope it works really well for him. It actually looks like it works really well for him, so that's good. Because I got a plastic one, an umbrella version, which when it's up, it's fine. There. I'll just show you that. Oh, there's a picture of it there. The only thing that's not fine about it is the clamp. Because when I first clamped it to this, like an old table we have, it started to scratch the table. It was horrible. And I thought, well, luckily that is an old table, and I'm not really worried about it. Siren. But when I clamped it to the computer table upstairs, I thought, luckily I was aware of the scratching problem with the clamp. I put a piece of paper underneath. Well, they're both clamps because they were both scratchy. So basically I just folded a piece of paper around the table. I just folded the paper around the table like that. Do you get what I mean? Underneath and on top, and then I put the clamp on. So that helped that, but I wasn't happy with it. And it's wobbly, and the clamp itself, it's not good. I just, the best thing I can compare it with, contrast it with, not compare it, because there is a big difference. If you have an adding machine and you know the clamps that get on the machine, that you get with a machine clamp on the table, that is how a clamp should be. It's lovely, it's dead easy to use, but that is just, it's just all over the place and it scratches the table, so it's not. But once it's up, it's fine, it works great. So I'm getting a new one for Christmas, but not an umbrella one. I'm getting a flat one, which is basically, it's on a swivel, and then it's on a cross like that. It's wooden, and then at various spaces there's holes in each of the cross pieces, and you have pegs, so you can move the pegs at any distance apart depending on the size of your yarn. So that's good, isn't it? So I thought, yeah, I like that one. I can't believe it's December the 1st. Where has this year gone? It's just so fast. Because I remember thinking the other week, the weekend, I was like, oh great, it's the weekend, and then the next thing it's the week, and then it's weekend again, and then you're losing the weekend. The weekends just seem too short, and the weeks seem too long, but they're going by so fast. It's too fast. It's like roller coaster. It's like that. It's weird, the time. Has anybody else noticed the time has changed? It feels like it's changed. Right, that's everything I've got to show you for the moment, so I shall wrap it up here. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.